today I just came back like literally minutes ago from a really fun event where a bunch of scrapbookers were having a whole party, hanging out for the weekend, and I was invited to come and share some cards. So we all made this card, and so it's already prepared and everything, so I'm going to show you how to make it. So this is using the Petal Park bundle with the punch with these flowers here. And then we have a pocket inside for a gift card. And we have a Let's Celebrate You. I'm going to do the next one just a little bit different. So let's go ahead and get started. So I know my kids are coming off the bus any second, so we might have a little bit of noise, but that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and go down to the desktop. I've got my prepared pieces here in a little cello bag. And what we've got here is, I'll give you the measurements just a moment. This is half a sheet of cardstock, 11 inches by 4 1/4. I did score it in half at 5 1/2. And we also scored one of the ends at 1 1/2. So we will be folding both of those like this. So I'll get my bone folder out here. Here's a tip when you're scoring your cardstock and you have something that is folded over top of another layer. I wouldn't press this here because you might make a dent in the piece behind it. So I'm going to open it fully so that it's just this fold that I'm pressing, and just press that one. And then we'll fold this one, and it's just this fold that I'm pressing. I'll press that one. That way you're going to get nice creased lines without making dents on the rest of your card base. All right, so I've got 2 pieces of DSP. This is free from the Favored Flowers selection and celebration. These are 1 1/4 inches by 4, both of these. So I have 2 of those. I have about 12 inches of this beautiful gold. I'm not sure exactly what this is called, but this is one of my favorite ribbons in here. It's got kind of a sheer middle. And then I have an envelope, of course. I stamped my envelope upside down at the event, so I will be double checking that I don't do that this time. This piece, there's 2 of these. This is 4 inches by 3 3/4, so almost square, but not quite. So we're going to do these tall ways because they fit right here on this little panel here. So taller this way and a little bit shorter going left to right. So we have 2 of those. One goes on the front and one will be going on the inside here. This other piece is just a scrap piece that I have for some stamping. So let's go ahead and do our stamping for a second. And I don't think I need this trimmer anymore. All right, so what I'm gonna do is take where did my stamp set go? I'm using both of these. This is actually part of a mega suite. The Petal Park is what I'm mostly using, and I'm using almost all of the stamps in here. I love this bundle. You get all of this background greenery, but then you get to stamp these flowers and punch them out optionally with the bundled punch and make everything just pop. I love flower punches. It's just one of my favorite things. And then, of course, all these little images are just perfect for decorating the insides and the envelopes. Love it. And then this one is a sister set, and it really goes with all of this. And there's words in here. There's no words in the Petal Park one. And so I had to have both. By the way, if you have not seen the dies for this one, oh my goodness, wait. Oh, this is not the right one. Nope, this is the wrong one. It's in the other room. They're really cool. Anyway, all right, so let's go ahead and do some stamping. I got all of these mounted already and ready to go. I'm only using 2 ink colors, Mossy Meadow and Calypso Coral. So I will have both of those just open here. And we've got our piece here. This is 3 3/4 by 4. I've got it the tall way, and I'll open my Mossy Meadow here. And I do need a scrap piece of paper. So I'll just put that off to the side because that's kind of a messy piece. All right. know that I have a scrappy piece of paper over there. All right, I'm going to stamp the outline of the leaves. Good morning, Anne. All right, this is the outline bit of the leaves here. I'm stamping that towards the top of my panel here. You can see that that is very pretty. And there's spaces perfectly spaced for the flowers. There's also a fill image for this, and you'll have to forgive me because I only have one E block, and so I'm going to have to do some moving around. So I'm going to pick up the fill part, and I'm going to stamp off. So I only am using one ink pad, but I get to have 2 ink colors with my one ink pad. And look, that's not lined up. I've got to turn it. Nope, it is lined up. Oh, you know what? If you pick it up wrong on your block, it's not going to line up. So let's see if this is any better. Let me do some cleaning here just a minute. This is another thing that if you're finding that your 2-step stamping is not lining up, I have a trick for you. So we're going to figure it out right on camera here. And this is what you do. Sometimes you maybe picked this stamp up and it was a little bit twisted or curved on your block. So if you clean the one that goes with it, you can lay it right matched up with your first stamp. So you don't have to re-stamp anything. Ta-da! And then you just pick it up right from there. Now I know it's going to fit. All right, so I'll stamp off, and now it will line up. All right, I'm going to take just a second to make sure that lines up. Push it. Ah, so pretty. All right, I'm going to put this closer to the camera so you can see this. So I've got dual tone from one ink pad. I love that. So this is a solid stamp, but you can see those 2 different tones in there when you stamp off. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing with the, did I do the right one? I did the wrong one. This was my scrap paste for, well, we're going to be doing this. I'm so flustered because, all right, so I should really start this video over. Look at this. Oops, there's my camera. Okay, so let's start this over. We're going to stamp on the piece that's 3 3/4 by 4. This was our scrap piece, which I can still stamp on the back of this. That's okay. Paper has 2 sides, and all of us make mistakes. You guys can watch me make a mistake and feel better about yourselves. You're welcome. All right, so now this one is kind of cleaned off. We're going to do that same little trick where we line this up on the page so that we know it lines up when I pick it up with the block. There. Clean this one off. And it only takes a couple more seconds, huh? Okay. I totally look like a professional, don't I? There. Look at this, new scrap paper. All right, so here we go. We're going to have the Calypso Coral open also. And we're going to have the triple flowers here with the outline in the Calypso Coral. And you'll see here you have a big space for the big flower, and the other 2 flowers will fit nicely right here. So I'm going to turn this so that that kind of fits there before I ink it up. And now I'm going to look down, and this petal tip that's kind of pointing towards this other flower will fit right in this leaf right there. So like this, and I want to make sure this kind of nestles in there just right. And if it's not perfect, that's okay. And then we take the solid image of the 3 flowers, stamp off on your scrap paper, and then line that up. So there's our image for the front of our piece. And I'm also going to do Dear Friend at the bottom. This is a little different because I did Happy Birthday on the other one. I'm going to change it up a little bit. That's cute. Oh, my kitty's at the door wanting to come in. Oops, not now, kitty. All right, so now this is my new clean piece of scrap paper. I'm going to stamp these flowers again exactly the same way I did before, except I want to line these up so that I can punch them. So if you notice, there are 3 flowers on here, a big one, a medium one, and a little one. And I want you to line up the big one and the little one with the edge, the bottom edge of your paper like this, so that when you slip the punch on there, it'll be lined up perfectly and you won't have to do any weird cutting or anything in order to get those punched out. So same thing, stamp off with the fill image and like throwing in good tips here and there. Okay, so we've got our stamped flowers here. We'll just close our ink pads for a second because when we punch things, they go flying. Whee! So here's our fun punch. And you'll see when you use a punch, it always confuses everyone. It always goes into the part that looks like it's closed. The part that's open is the part that you're squeezing in order to do the punching. So you're going to take your piece and you're going to insert it into the closed looking side and line that up as best you can with a little white outline like so. Give it a punch, everything goes flying, and you can see my mistake on the back, but you won't be able to see it when I glue it down. All right, so there's my little flowers. Here's my pretty front piece. And now we're going to take Stamp and Seal. On the back here, I want to put a little ribbon right here, this beautiful gold ribbon, a line of it right there. So I'm going to, on the edges here near the bottom, I'm just going to do a little run of the Stamp and Seal on the back. This is helpful. Let's see. Hopefully I don't have too inky of fingers and smudge my card. All right, I'm going to just wrap that like so. Love it. And you see I have a little bit extra because I said I had about 12 inches. I did that on purpose because I want to cut this, and we're going to use this piece to tie a little knot on this piece. So we're doing a faux bow, so you don't have to worry about getting this in the right place, because if it's not where you want it, you just slide it along the line there and you just snip it where you want it. There. We got this cute little knot right on there like that. And then we can take these pieces and put them in your hand, in the palm of your hand. Look how inky my fingers are from teaching. Oh my goodness. They're so dirty. All right. Hopefully they're not too dirty to do this. I'm going to put my finger in the center here and cup my hand and push the center. So this kind of creates like a little flower, 3D flower looking thing. So we're going to do that to all 3 of those and then add those with glue dots. You can stack those right on top of these flowers, or you can do what I did is just kind of shifted them around a little bit and have them be a little bit looking more like a even more full flower, if that makes sense. So we're just going to add these with glue dots. There. Like so. So now we have a nice cluster of flowers at the top here on our panel. All right, we're doing it. Now we want to have these pastel adhesive-backed sequins. I want to use these gold ones here. And I'll tell you what, this tool was a huge hit at the party today. The Take Your Pick tool. So if you don't have one of these, highly recommended by all of the crafters. I think probably most of them are getting this because of this putty tip here. So you just take this down here, and my kids are home from school. They're yelling at me. All right, we will power through. We got to get a big sequin here for the center of this big flower. Just push and scoot. And then it picks up the sequin. So we're going to put the big one on the big flower, and we're going to get 2 little ones for the little flowers. And I'm just putting them on the ones that I just added, but you can put them on all of them, whatever you'd like. These already have adhesive back, so you just pick it up and stick it on. Super easy. Now, once we have this piece, we can add this to the front of our card here, just on the front there. I will get my glue. Push all my mess to the side. What mess? All right, and add this to the front. Isn't that pretty? I really liked how this turned out. All right, so now we've got our 2 pieces of DSP. You can choose which one you want to put right here. Yeah, I like that one. Okay, we're gonna add that right there. I'm gonna keep the card closed so that I can line up the edges, make sure I have a nice even border. Should push this into the center of the screen. That would be nice. All right, like this. Look how pretty that is. And now we open this and we can add the other one right here on this little tab. They're the same size. All right, and then I'm going to take a punch, whatever punch you have. I have this double oval punch. I like the little scalloped edge here for this. I'm going to make a little notch in my pocket because this is going to be a pocket. You can add a gift card here or a little extra note, little love note, anything you want, coupon, whatever. So we can, oh, I need the glue. We're going to put glue on the edges of our pocket so that we can glue it down, just the thin strip near the edge. I'm going to keep all those mistakes in my video. Do you guys like seeing mistakes, or you're just like, oh, what? I'm a true human. I'm real. All right, so on this piece in the inside, what do we want to put in there? Oh, how about thanks, you are amazing. So dear friend, thanks, you are amazing. Love that. All right, so we'll get the ink back out. We got Calypso Coral, my favorite color. If you notice, I'm wearing a Calypso Coral shirt today. Oh, I love this. Okay, I'm going to keep that ink out actually because I will need it for the envelope because we have to decorate the envelope. No naked envelopes. It's against the rules. Actually, there's no rules in crafting. You can do whatever you want, but I like to decorate my envelopes. All right, there is our card, and we want to decorate the envelope. And again, I have to check and make sure where the flap is so I don't do it upside down. All right, so I have these cute little, here, I'll put these stamps here, ink pads. I have this little triple flower and the outline, and we have the tiny, tiny, little tiny spriggy leaf here and the outline of that. So we will do the outline of the flowers on the corner here. We will do the fill stamped off and lined up there. Cute. We will do the outline of the leaves. And the fill stamped off. Line it up. This one's a little bit tricky to line up because it's so teensy. But again, if it doesn't line up, it just looks like it's an artistic move on your part. So no big deal. Oh, Margaret's watching from Australia too. Good time to watch. Okay, good. I know, I love that double oval punch. It is one of my favorites. Okay, so that is all we have. This fun card. So thank you so much for watching. I think that I'll be sending these out as customer thank yous for this month. I think that turned out really cute. So thank you so much for watching. And if you are not already on my email list, please make sure that you subscribe. I will be putting that in the description here soon. I just popped on and there's hardly anything in the description right now, but there will be once I get all of this done. So you can join my, oops, add to stream. All right. I wanted my face back on here. No? Maybe. There I am. Maybe. Oh, oh my goodness. I clicked it too many times. Here I am. Okay, if you are on Facebook, you can, well, you're watching on Facebook now, or maybe you're watching on YouTube later. I have a group on Facebook called Stamp with Delight, and we do mystery stamping every Wednesday for free. You just play along with your products. I post the instructions on the cutting clues on Mondays, and then we get together on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. So I know it's about a little after 4 today, 4:48 Eastern right now, but yeah, I should be live just about every Friday here on Facebook around 4 o'clock, unless I'm busy. So that's the plan. Thank you so much for watching and have a fabulous weekend, you guys. Bye.